off a recap of this week 12 of NFL football with my Seahawks, basically. All I can really say is Josh Jacobs owned us. Derek Carr is definitely not being gonna be given any credit for that win. That was completely, totally Josh Jacobs getting 303 total yards from scrimmage, putting up all them fantasy points. I know they're happy as hell. We just could not stop the run on our end. That's how we lost. Like even if like we got certain calls or whatever, no matter what, if the Raiders got the ball back, the way we were like, they said they were talking about like a hold on that play, but it doesn't matter. I'm sure he still would have gashed us for a ton of yards. He just had our way. He just had his way with the defense, man. That's really all I can say for that. But again, that only puts us down like just outside the playoffs. But yeah, all these games left, like we'll be fine. Um, some Thanksgiving games though. Well, one because Bills Lions, like the Bills probably were going. I thought they would win in more convincing fashion, but nonetheless they won. So nothing controversial there. Giants Cowboys. It's just there's honestly nothing controversial there either. Again, I don't want the Cowboys to win shit, but also the Giants. If critics want to say that they're a bit of a fraud, they've lost to the Cowboys twice this season now, and then they were just coming off of the loss versus the Lions. So, um, you could say they are like playing very much outplaying their expectations, but they just can't put it together against teams they need to put it together, and the teams that you think it would be a lot more ready to face with the record they have. But hey, man, and Daniel Jones is it's just like you just gotta move on, man. Patriots, and Vikings. Justin Jefferson just continues to do his fucking thing. Another 100-yard performance, and that gives him the most in NFL history already. Like, all you got to do is just give him the ball, and then if he's not getting the ball, well, he's getting that opportunity, making it a possibility for somebody else, like Adam Thielen on that touchdown. Again, like I'm not gonna give Kirk Cousins any credit. Also, you scored a kick return touchdown with Wangwu as well to help you out. Really, just everybody contributed to that win on the Vikings side except for Kirk Cousins and the Pats. Mac Jones putting up garbage time stats. Congrats, he's back on his stuff now. He's like there's no quarterback controversy. Yada yada yada. It doesn't matter, dude. All right, like it's garbage time stats consistently, just never fails. Honestly, I thought that game was gonna be the worst of Thanksgiving. And I thought the entire Thanksgiving slate was going to be smashed, but I guess I was proven wrong. Ravens Jags. Doug Pederson's a very bold man. Trevor Lawrence is making good steps in his development. You want to see him have a game like this to lead his team back in that situation and win in this context. And he did it. Like that's great progress. And you can see that progress from both Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields. From Justin Fields' perspective, though, he still has to put it together, get all what he's doing in a win still, but that's okay. Um Zay Jones just randomly became Jags wide receiver one, 11 catches for 145 yards for this dude. Seems to always pop off against the Ravens, though, so that's a bit of a problem. Did it on the Raiders against them in overtime last season, if I'm not mistaken. Like, yeah, you might have to. Maybe you should start game planning for Zay Jones if you're the Ravens. You have to face any team, any given team he's on. He just goes off against them every time. As for the Ravens, though, like, Lamar Jackson did everything that he was supposed to do, man. I mean, you have a few missed opportunities earlier on with bullshit from multiple parties on that team. Put that aside, when he needed to put it together and get them the lead, he did get them the lead. The defense did not hold up. I will say, though, on that last job, you probably needed to hit somebody on the boundaries rather than giving it to Josh Oliver in the open. If you get it to somebody on the boundaries with a quick throw, you probably got like one more quick ass play to make it a little bit easier for Justin Tucker. Like, obviously Justin Tucker can make a kick from that range, but it's like, dude, you gotta make it a little bit easier on him. Like, yes, this is the best kicker in the league. Still, dude, like, come on, man. You gotta help him out a little bit. Bears and Jets. Mike Whiteton. Falcons, Commanders. I don't even know, man. Falcons just always, like, even with that being said, the Falcons are still in the playoff hunt, even with this loss right here. And the Commanders are like the seventh seed now, if I'm not mistaken. But it's crazy. It's a little crazy on the NFC side how this shit is lining up. Texans, Dolphins. Not really much to talk about. The 15 points that they put up, they're just garbage time. Okay, like, relax. People were talking about, oh, they like, they had, I'm sure they did not really play their starters or even bother to put a good majority of their starters on both sides in the game, being up 30 to nothing at halftime. Like, why run that risk, especially Tua, with what he's been through this season alone? I don't think you need to be playing him in unnecessary time. He doesn't need to, and same goes from Tua's mindset. Like, you don't really have to be out there and be a soldier up 30 nothing. That's a bit ridiculous. And like, the Texans are just like, but again, they are the worst team in football, but at this very same time, like, you expect that from the Texans. So nobody, like, really cares. Nobody's really gonna bet an eye. Everybody understands this about the Texans at this point. Bengals, Titans, like, pretty solid game by Joe Burrow, of course. But what a wacky ass touchdown. What a wacky ass touchdown by Traylon Burks via the Derrick Henry fumble. Rare Derrick Henry fumble, honestly. And that never really happens. It's so fucking weird. I saw that shit. I'm like, dude, what? You kidding me? How? How, man? Like, that's Derrick Henry. The same people just stiff arming the shit out of everybody is fumbling that easily. And then I guess it was a good thing that Traylon Burks was there. But I'll tell you what, it really didn't matter for the Bengals. They still came out with the dub in that one. So, all right, Bucks and Browns. Tom Brady not winning in the clutch. Jacoby Brissett stepping up. David NJOKU stepping up. Crazy ass catch. Like, shit. And again, in clutch time. You know what I'm saying? Very, very clutch time. Whole entire clock hitting zeros, send that shit to overtime. But again, like somebody had to fucking lose, somebody had to fucking win. Like whole game and then overtime, like especially overtime. Like, dude, what the hell was going through both of these quarterbacks' minds? Honestly, especially Tom Brady, which again, that's so uncommon. Like, you would normally associate Tom Brady with being able to pull out clutch time drives. Didn't happen. Very odd. But at the end of the day, the team who wanted it the most ended up winning. They grinded the shit out on the Brown side, and they eventually got the dub. Broncos, Panthers. Well, like, I don't know how I can really just see. Fucking picture me before the start of this season telling you not only that Russell Wilson would be playing this bad on the Broncos, because I love Russ, but it's like, dude, not only would I not, like, people would have been looking at me crazy if I sat up here and said that he would be playing this bad on the Broncos, one, and two, getting outplayed by Sam Darnold. Yeah, like that's not a good thing to say out of context. But again, from the Broncos side of things, you know what? At this point, you already 3-8. See, everybody wants to talk about the Broncos collapsing like this, but nobody wants to talk about how the Seahawks have been doing this entire season. Plus, how good the Seahawks are looking down the road. Let's talk about this trade real quick. Gotta run it back. They gave us a pick. They gave us a first round pick for these next two drafts, but this draft upcoming, the pick for this draft upcoming is conditional on the Broncos record. And they're playing so ass that it's 6-5 in prime position to make the playoffs. Yes, we're only one spot fucking out. We can get back in there. With being that close to making the playoffs, with a 6-5 record and the way the Broncos are playing, we Seahawks now have the third overall pick in this upcoming draft. Not to mention the Noah Fant acquisition, Shelby Harris. But again, if I'm not mistaken, we definitely got Charles Cross from that pick. He got either Boye Mafe or Kenny Walker the third from the same trade with the picks that they gave us. And we got Tariq Woolen, if I'm not mistaken, because they gave up a 5th round pick too. We had to, like, that's 3. That's a few rookie making serious strides already from the Broncos trade for us. Like, that's actually, like, nobody wants to talk about that, but we're just going to talk about how shit they're playing. But you have inadvertently, in a sense, you wanted Russ so bad, you actually may have resuscitated the future of the team in a sense. Like, obviously, I would, if things could be different way, like, I would love Russ to be there still. But, like, future's looking bright as shit. We're this close to the playoffs already in the season. We aren't even supposed to really be winning anything. And then we're gonna get the third overall fucking pick next year? Or in line to? It's not like there's nothing really set in stone yet. Draft order always changes around, but bro, We could literally, if we want to get a quarterback, we could get a quarterback. We want to get a defensive beast, we can get a defensive beast. It's just not going to be Will Anderson, because Will Anderson Jr. from Alabama is definitely going to be like first or second overall pick. He's going to be gone by that point. We probably not getting our hands on him, but we can get somebody fucking stellar with a top 4 pick. Like, I don't understand. Like, it actually, like, that kind of really ticks. That really sucks. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you're gonna talk about that the whole time, but you're not gonna talk about what the Seahawks are doing right now. How the Seahawks outlook is seriously shifted. Crazy. 49ers Saints. 49ers defense is just lethal as hell. Hopefully, though, we can, when we have to play the 49ers again, we can kind of crack down on that. Packers, Eagles, Christian Watson is that fucking dude. Jalen Hurts and Miles Sanders just ran the shit out of the ball, though. They themselves combined for at least 300 plus fucking yards rushing themselves. They were only 14 yards away as a team from breaking the 1940s Redskins record for rushing yards in a game with 376. They had 363. Like, the Packers, and Jordan Love even stepped in for a few drives. All you wanted Jordan Love to do in those drives was to just show some flashes. He wasn't going to win that game. And no, Aaron Rodgers getting an oblique near the end doesn't make a difference either. When you have a team running the ball that fucking dominantly, okay, they were having their fucking way. I don't care how close the game was. The Packers were not going to get this one. They weren't. There's just no way. If you can get to that point where you can literally do whatever the fuck you want, and then Jalen Hurts was still passing pretty efficiently, didn't turn the ball over or anything. Like, you're not beating that, man. The defense, it's a bit scary to allow that team to have 33 points, but at the same time, like, dude, like, you're good. You're good. And honestly, I think I can say, in a sense, like, Eagles have won in pretty much every way possible. Maybe not every way possible, but like a variety of ways this season. Again, that loss only makes you better, and you can also find ways, many ways, to win games too. It's a strength. Steelers, Colts, Kenny Pickett still doesn't have a win in a game that he started and finished. He still does not have a win in a full game while also having at least a touchdown pass. But he did play solid still. Okay. Gotta give him that credit. And the Colts, they just, like, I heard that Matt Ryan said something like, dog, stop relying so much on Jonathan Taylor all the time. Like, he didn't necessarily get clamped, but at the same time, of course, with what Jonathan Taylor can do, they're gonna game plan all around Jonathan Taylor. It's the quarterback's job to help that adjustment as well. And Matt Ryan must not recognize who the fuck he is, or even was. Do you not have any ounce of, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's something wrong with that, man. You gotta be able to go out there and actually handle your business, man. Like, shit. I don't know what to say, man. Like, I would rather have Sam Ehlinger in the game. Like, at least he's gonna show some effort. Like, Matt Ryan is this much of a veteran, but dude, you're gonna play the way you played, and then you're gonna be the one that talks stuff. You're so fucking focused on just giving it to Jonathan Taylor all the time. That's not gonna fucking work. And then when the game's in your hands, you're not gonna rise up to the fucking occasion. That's on nobody but you, man. Nonetheless, that's the end of this one. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.